So he runs down after them, and that's the way to encourage them to go down into the water. Now where he's going off into the trees, normally I shout for no, but I'm letting him go now to cool off out this direct sun, because right above my head, on the, just slightly right there, look. So my forehead's getting burnt at the moment, I know it is. And I'm sweating, bloody hell. I think when I looked at the weather on Ventusky online, it was going to be 17 degrees, I think. So it is quite warm, and the clouds that you're getting to go over the top of the sun are just thin and flimsy. They're not thick, heavy duty clouds, so you're not getting that break of the direct hot sun on your face for a few minutes while it passes over. Now, is this and the left turn that goes off, the track going up on the left that you bypass as well. Looks like something. And is that the next marker post coming up on your right? I think the thick post with the two discs on it, pink and yellow. Looks like it. In fact, it's this. It's a directional. It's a finger post. This is interesting, getting a directional one with words printed on it or inscribed into it. Oh, more T-figure. Now you've got to go down the bottom of here. There's a track goes off to the left just like this now, and when the road goes to a 90-degree right turn, and that's where you go along 50 or 500 yards, and then it comes up on your left. But this looks just like it's pointing off for a footpath going through there. Look. Right, come here, son. Yeah, what's this? Here, here. Hi. There's a bloody big ditch down here though. I wanted to go over there and see if I can see to read that the words inscribed in the wood. But it looks like a big ditch is here, look. But that's that track going off to the left, and you can see that the gate's pushed open. I think people have actually walked across here to see if they can get to the, yeah, there's no ditch here, it's solid, because you can see where people have walked across here before. Right, it's pointing off right that way to go back to Stannersburn. Right. Yeah, just careful where I put my feet. Right, that's it. Now, right, according to this, if you go to the right that way, it takes you back to Stannersburn. So that must be an alternative route to the way I've just come round. And according to that way, Hope House, 1 3/4 miles. Now what's Hope House? Is that a bothy? But obviously the two arrows are pointing straight on where I've just come from to get here, where I'm standing now. But it's nice to see actual names. But the top one is just public bridleway, but the bottom one is saying Stannersburn. If you go that way, 3 miles. But I think it means to the next junction, to follow it round, 3 miles to go back to Stannersburn. Which means I've got 1.5 miles to go from here to go to the education centre, because it's 4.5 miles according to the maps from Stannersburn. Right, come on, son. How it? But right, come on, son. Down here. Right, now I've got to go all the way down to the bottom there's a track goes off in the bottom left hand corner, right at the bottom, and then the road bends right to the right at the bottom here, and the educational centre will come up on the left. Then I've conquered me task. Completed my mission, as I say. So it's not mission impossible. So I can see like a mortar post or something right at the bottom of this road here, and that's where it must bend off to the right and go towards the education centre. But at least we're coming this far. I'm getting an idea of how much it would and how hard it would be to walk all the way from Stannersburn, leave the car there, and walk all the way back down towards Butterburn, where I came up from 2 weeks ago, after coming up from Spade Adam and coming to Churnside Lodge, and then go to Whitehill Farmhouse. So I know what the track will be like, and I know how hard or easy it would be. Just miles and miles and miles of stone track road. But I'll keep on trekking, keep on going, and I just want to go to the education centre. Then at least I've done it. I've got it on video, and I've completed my mission, which I failed to do last week. And that'll be me happy because my map reading's paid off again. And so far so good. I've come to the right area. So when I get home, I look at the maps again, and I look for that left turn before you get to this right turn to go to the education centre. And we're saying Stannersburn, 3 miles going that way on that track. I'll go along the track using Google Earth and see where it takes you out and how it gets you back to Stannersburn. Because just because it's pointing in that direction, one, it doesn't mean that you can get through the tracks, because two, it might be covered in trees, fallen trees. So it's best to go the way you've come, and you know the roads and tracks are open for you to complete the journey. But that sun is red hot on my face now. God. What I should do is take my sweatshirt off and tie it by the arms around my waist, and then I'll get some sun to my arms as well, because I've got a short sleeve t-shirt on underneath. But there's definitely a mortar post down there on the right, look. Where the dog is there now. Come here, son. Away. Hey. No. Come here. Come here. Wait. Good boy. Wait. Stay. Hey. Wait. Come here. Oh yeah, there when I'm going out of sight, out of mind. Well, this just looks like a bloody big turnaround point. But it looks like it's definitely a road going off to the right. Come here. Now I wonder what that Hope House is as well, where that wooden mortar post back there is pointing towards it, going into the trees. I wonder if it's like just a walkway pathway through to go to it, to get to a bothy or something. Or it could be another way of going around the trees, through the trees, to get to the education centre. That's what it might have been back in the day before it was converted. Right, so all I remember is you get to the bottom of here, there's a track goes off to the left, and then you do a 90 degree to the right, and the education centre comes up on your left. So I'll bend round here and go to the right, because obviously that'll take you back over towards Stannersburn and the main road, and Donkey Wood. Right, so you've got the two arrows here again, pink and yellow, but no names to say where it's going off to or what you're doing. Now, so I've reached the bottom of the road. Right, so that's just an old abandoned track that went off in the bottom left hand corner. But you do a 90-degree at the bottom of the road, and the education centre should be up here on the left. Now with this gate being shut and possibly gets locked, this could be the private road going into the centre, I don't know. Right. Keep gate locked. Looks like LGBT, the different colour tape. Right, let's just go along the track so far and see if it does come up on your left. But if this is the track that leads you to the centre, Churdon Burn, the main burn that comes right along here and travels for miles, is down there to the left. Churdon Burn. So this is Churdon Head Education Centre, that's what it's called. Oh, I'm getting a bit of a breeze now. Oh, lovely. Because I've changed walk in a different direction. I'm getting some shade from the trees as well, which is good. Right, just let me double check this paper again. Well, I remember on the map where the blue line was coming down the track there, and I highlighted where I was going from Stannersburn to the education centre. Right now, right, drop down another 1,000 metres to a track going off left on a 90-degree. Left on a 90-degree right turn. Expedition Centre comes up on the left. So if that's the 90-degree one, the Expedition Centre should come up here on the left as I walk along. But I don't think this is the main track. I think I might have to continue down the main track a little bit further to the bottom. Then there'll be a road coming along here at the bottom end here. Because this certainly doesn't look right. Well, to me so far it doesn't look right. Like I say, I've got a good feeling for this kind of thing when I'm navigating. But we'll try it, we'll see where it goes a little bit. Because if it doesn't come up soon where I can actually see it, I'm just going to turn around, go back through that gate and then just continue down the main track a little bit further. Because I might have to go down a little bit further, because there's definitely a main track that goes off on the left when you get to the bottom of the road. So wait a minute, did I say anything about another track going up on the right? Right. Then take a left well before the road continues round to the top right. Right, drop down another 1,000 metres to a track going off left on it. Well, what's the one before that? Right. Drop down another 1,000 metres to a track going off left on a 90-degree. Now that one will be where the finger thingy is. Drop down another 1,000 metres to a track going off left on a 90-degree. Well, it's either that one there, or there's going to be another one further down, where I've got to go further down the main track. because it's saying the expedition centre comes up on your left. So if this is the right track that I'm coming along, it should be here on the left around this corner. But if not, I'll have to double back on myself and go further down that main track a little bit further. The sun's gone behind the clouds now, so I'm getting a bit of a breather from the hot sun. Thank God for that. Right, what's he doing? What are you doing, son? Right, come on along here. Come on down here, son. Come on. Well, if this is the right road, you get right down to the bottom and you take a 90-degree to come along here, and then the education centre, like I say, it comes up on your left about, it looks approximately 1,000 metres in. So I'll just walk around this left-hand bend and a little bit further around to see if I can see anything. If not, I'll have to double back. But that's the whole point of this expedition and this coming out again, to find it and not fail this time. Right. Now, it looks like this road's just going on and on and on. Well, all I know is when you're coming down the main track, which I've just left, you pass every track that goes either off left or right. And like I say, you get down to the bottom, there was a main track going off the left, which takes you back towards Stannersburn and that on the main road. But there's a right turn comes along here, and the education centre's on the left. So I'm thinking, if this is wrong, I've got to go back to that gate and just continue down that main track a little bit further, and then eventually I'll come to the road, which might be running parallel with this one further down. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So I might as well work it all out and find it while I'm here. But it's funny that finger post back there though, it was pointing off into the trees. It was saying Hope House or something. So there could be a bothy somewhere in the middle of here, or just off this track somewhere. And that's how you walk through the trees to come to it. Because it mightn't be